Businesses are everywhere. They determine our every move, including what products we'll buy, what advertisements we'll see, and how much the product will cost. But sometimes we forget the actual people that create these specifications, items, or ideas, and that they generally go through a lot of work to do so. Many times, little to no credit is given to those who dedicate long hours of their life to the company. Those people who have dedicated their lives must first go through the interview process. If the individual meets the qualifications required, they will gain a presence in the particular job. The individual goes through so many years of training for success. Each person is so different with years of experience behind them. The company only looks at what's black and white on paper, rather than the gray areas where the true memories and feelings lie for the individual that is applying. Therefore, sometimes the company doesn't always see that person as an individual. Instead, they just become another employee. There once existed a man with a red suit. He had lived his entire life aspiring to live the life of a businessman. Soon the dream became reality. Social connections directed him towards his business-oriented career. These connections built up and enveloped him over time. Tied down with connections and focused on the single point in time, he began his job at the marketing company called the Rat. He wanted to stand out, to show everyone all that he could muster up. His confidence was higher than that of anyone in the room, and he could feel it. He started his job very quickly and soon became the center of attention. He was very good at what he did. Days later, he walked into his office, and there sat a man in a yellow suit. He told the red-suited gentleman that in order to truly be successful in the rat's world, he needed to be very humble in his work and make it a goal in his career to help others succeed. In return, his assistance towards them would in fact cause his rank in the business hierarchy to increase substantially. Although the red-suited man's work had indefinitely stood out, the yellow-suited man's work in the background was the component that made people look twice at what was truly going on. In the end, red and yellow decided to form an alliance because of their contrasting ideas melding perfectly together. Years went on, and Red made his way to the CEO of the company. His hard work and dedication to others paid off with the help of his yellow-suited partner. Together they triumphed. That is, until they met the green-suited gentleman. One day, the tattered man came up to them. He explained to them a great business deal that neither of them could pass up. The deal involved money. A lot of money. They accepted him into the company, and behind closed doors they began to warp the company. Neither red nor yellow began to think about their work anymore. It was all about the money. Greed had taken them prisoner, and corruption ran amok throughout the rat. The mistake had already been made. His business had left him tied down, unable to avoid the grip that greed had upon him and his coworkers. Entropy had begun to take control. The rat was a sellout. The company was built upon years of ambitious thoughts, thrown all away because of a few green slips of paper. Red was taken aback at what he had done. Yellow couldn't handle the pressure and opted out of the company, and Green was thrown back out on the streets. His corruption had caused irreparable damage. However, out of the destruction came a new ambitious young one, someone who was a blend of all the great personalities, who believed everyone had a say. He began the company once again, and allowed Red to take another shot. The rat continued on, still within an infinite cycle, tied down to the same place for years to come.